Hello, friends. It's Kimberly with Mother Me Beautiful. Got a quick thought today. It's so funny. Over the last weekend, I, talked to a couple doc friends of mine, a couple of doctors that I know, and, they were expressing their frustration. Our healthcare system, we all know it's got a lot of problems. And, some people just can't access healthcare and they need it. Our docs are stretched so thin today that sometimes there just aren't enough resources truly to go around. And so now more than ever, it's really important that you focus on the things that you have personal control over and take charge of your health. No longer can we leave it to daddy doctor. And I hear that from people all the time. And as a nurse, it kind of scares me. I hear people say things like, well, my doctor watches out for that. What meds are you on? Just take whatever the doctor gives you. Or I hear things like, I didn't like that. I saw on Google or I read an article, so I quit taking such and so. Does your doctor know? Well, no, I just quit. And there's a real problem there. We're not cookie cutters. And I'll be the first to tell you that I think we push out new drugs far faster than is safe. And there's a lot of money to be made in keeping people sick. There's not much money made when people are well in healthcare. That's the cynical part of me. But it's really important. You choose a doctor wisely. It's not his fault if you don't take care of yourself. He's not going to come over to your house and explain your meds to you and put them in your mouth for you every day. He's not going to come up and get you out of bed and make you check your blood sugars. He's not going to come over to your house and say, come on, we got to go for a walk. He can't. Right? It's probably all he can do to take care of himself with his heavy load. All of us have the same 24 hours in a day. So I don't have any more time than you do, than the President of the United States does, than the Queen of England does. We all have the same 24 hours. And everything comes with a price tag. If you want to enjoy better health, it comes with a price tag. Between you and me, the price tag of not taking care of myself and looking forward to a future life in a retirement capacity where I'm on a bunch of medications and instead of having money to travel, I'm paying for doctors and medicines. That doesn't appeal to me. I want to have energy to do the things I want to do, to live the kind of life I want to live, to have energy to feel good, to do something good, to bless my circle. And that comes with a price tag. If I want to have a good life, I have to put good things into it, right? If I sit around on the couch and eat Twinkies, don't check my blood sugar, don't go for a walk, take my meds when I feel like it, I can't blame anybody but myself. I have total control. You might not have control over your genetics and things that have happened in your past, but you have 100% complete control over what you put in your mouth, what you do with your body, even the thoughts you think. You have complete control over those things. And if you could just put the energy that you spend wasting over here in things that you don't have any control over, if you could take that energy and put it just in the few things that you have control over, oh my goodness, the power. You can totally change your life around if you put your energy in the right place. So here's my question for you. What do you want for yourself? And I'm not talking about your business or your job or anything else. When you take care of yourself, those things are going to improve. It's a known fact, and I forget the statistics behind it, but people who are healthy, do you know they make more money in the same job? People who are overweight make less. Could be that there's a loss of production. When you're heavy, it's hard to have energy to work hard. I know. I grew up in a house full of heavy people. I know how they work. I myself have been really heavy at one time. That's a story for another day. Mark Manson knows. But seriously, folks, take care of yourself. When you do that, you're not only blessing your life, but you're decreasing the health care burden for our entire country, indeed the world, if you want to look at it like that. If everybody were to eat right, and it's funny, people say, well, I should be able to do whatever I want to do. And I totally agree with that 100%. I had a conversation with a friend of mine one time. He says, well, if I don't want a helmet, if I don't want to wear a helmet, I shouldn't be made to wear a helmet. Or are there these stupid laws telling me what to do? And I'll tell you why. It's because when you don't wear a helmet and you get in an accident, you're not the sole payer for your health care. I have to pay a portion of that if you're on my insurance, right? If you're not, if you're on Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, I'm paying a portion of that too. So don't I have a right to have a say that I want you to reduce your risk to decrease my cost burden too? So it's true. You have complete freedom and complete control over the things you do. You don't have control of the consequences. And when somebody else is paying a bill for you, they are going to step up and have a say in some of your choices. And we just don't live in a kind of world where I can't pay all my own health expenses. If I were to have some catastrophic thing, I couldn't afford to pay a huge hospital bill. They're crazy. Dialysis, folks, is $90,000 to $100,000 a month. It will change your lifestyle. If you're going in-center, it's 4 hours a day, 3 days a week. It will change your lifestyle. And here's the scary part, folks. It's preventable. To a large part, for the majority of Americans, it's preventable. You can't, if I had a Porsche parked in my driveway and I went to go fill it up, instead of using gas, I put, watered down gas, would you think I was nuts? Especially if I expected to get any degree of performance out of that beautiful car? Yeah, I'd be nuts. And yet we do that to our bodies all the time. And then we're surprised when we lose our health, when we don't perform very well. It is so worth it to focus on the factors you have control over and take care of yourself. Not just for you, but for the people that love you. For your community. What if we lived in a world where everybody just did their best? If everybody were kind, if everybody were courteous, if everybody pitched in. I know my husband says I live in a pink bubble, but I can see a world where there would be no hunger. There's no reason for anybody to do without. There's such abundance. Do your part and take care of yourself. Don't put it on your daddy doctor to come over and be responsible for the things that you do or don't do every day. Take responsibility. The things that you don't have control over, you don't have control over. And don't beat yourself up about it. And when you're making these new habits, don't beat yourself up if you fall off the wagon. Just get back on. You binge, you go out to the movies and you have a bag of chips. Don't beat yourself up. You're not a schmuck. You just dust yourself off and try again. You're on a exercise routine and you're doing really good for a week and then you have a few days off. Don't beat yourself up. Get back in there. We're not perfect. If we were, I hear we'd be in a different place, right? Do the best you can. Just focus on it one day at a time. Take care of yourself. I believe in you 100 squillion %. Toodle.